Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build, and today we're putting something together called Aspen House, which is a very non-descriptive name, but I wanted to come up with a name that was very unique to this particular build, since I felt that describing this build wouldn't really do it justice. It's like a modern type of cabin, which doesn't exactly capture what I was trying to put together. Basically, I wanted to put together a little modern, really interesting, cool vibes getaway, which is, again, pretty vague, but as we get into the build, you'll kind of see what I'm doing here. The reason that I kind of did this kind of build instead of like my normal kind of build, which is more description, story kind of based, like vampire's castle or architect's home or something like that. I just kind of wanted to experiment as an interior designer, just kind of have fun with design in its purest form, so I wasn't really thinking about Sims in particular when I was making this. I was really just trying to play around with custom content, kind of putting together like a vibe, putting together something that I felt like would be in an interior design magazine, what I'm trying to say. I was just trying to experiment with different textures, new furniture, stuff like that, really just like flex my brain design muscles. That sounds really weird, but that's just kind of what I was going for here, so please let me know what you guys think. The reason I am calling this Aspen House is because I was trying to think of a title that was sounded modern but still cool, still kind of like foresty, and Aspen just kind of came to mind. Aspen, I'm pretty sure, is it's like a place, I think, where like rich people go and ski or something. I don't know. I've heard about a place called Aspen like that. This is not that Aspen. This is just inspired by how cool that name sounds. But like I said, it's basically just like really cool vibes, modern getaway cabin type of thing. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you come up with any better names, because you probably will. Anyway, so basically the layout of this, it's kind of a small cabin. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and it is a little bit cramped, I would say, in the living room area, but I still managed to get everything in. And we still have a couch and a TV and a dining room area, but it's definitely not like meant to be permanent lodging. That's why I said it's a getaway. It's people will probably only be here for like a weekend or a week or two. It might be like an Airbnb type of thing, where people would rent it and you just get all sorts of folks through here. It could also be kind of like a honeymoon cabin, I guess, because it is like a 1 bedroom and it's got like these beautiful views out of this like window on the corner here. That's actually where our bedroom's gonna be placed, so that would be just absolutely lovely to spend your honeymoon here, and then you're just like surrounded by the forest. That'd be amazing. For some people, maybe not for me, because I love the vibe of the forest. I love nature. I love the outdoors. But something about being like so secluded in the middle of nowhere, like in the actual wilderness, would probably freak me out a lot. I'm kind of a high anxiety person, if you guys haven't been able to tell. I've always mentioned I love building these beautiful like beach resorts, but I'd probably never stay at the beach because I'm afraid of the water. Or like I love these mountains, but I'd probably never stay in the mountains because I'm afraid of, I don't know, heights or something. That's just me. I build things that I'm weirdly afraid of. So this is such a beautiful place, I think. I mean, I'm tooting my own horn here. But I definitely would be kind of freaked out to stay here because, I don't know, I'd be afraid of like bears or mountain lions or just like something that would just get me by staying in the middle of the nights in the woods. I've seen too many horror movies where people go out and they just are alone in the woods and just bad things happen, and I've learned my lesson from those films, and it's just not for me right now. But if I went out with like a large group of friends, or I felt like there was enough people that I didn't feel so secluded, I think it would be a lot better, so that's just my take on the whole staying out in the middle of nowhere thing. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys ever thought about like your honeymoon or just some sort of like getaway or vacation that you wanted to take, where would you go, or where would you not go? Like, is there any like conventionality that you guys have like rejected, like the whole beach resort thing or something like that? I don't know. Let me know. We can chat about it, because I hope I'm not alone in this. But anyway, so interestingly enough, we actually started in the bathroom with this build, which I say is interesting because I usually avoid doing bathrooms until a lot later because they're definitely not my favorite place to start. But I wanted to, I don't know, I guess challenge myself and also just like try to establish a really like strong aesthetic right away, and I felt like doing that in the bathroom would like force me to like actually care about the bathroom and make it like really cool looking and pretty. And then we actually moved on to the kitchen, which is the second thing that I don't quite love doing in buildings. So I was right off the bat trying to force myself to make these two places particularly pretty. I really like the bathroom. The kitchen's still pretty cool. It's definitely not as strong as the bathroom. probably because, this particular room was very hard to do a kitchen in, just because it's all 4 walls have like major, like floor to ceiling wide doors and windows. So I didn't actually have wall space at all to put my counters against, and there's actually no cabinetry at all because of that. And because of that, this kitchen only has a mini fridge, which you can see tucked under the sink there. So it doesn't even have a full fridge at all because I didn't have enough space. There's also actually a skylight on the roof, on the ceiling too. So you get like 360 light into this space, which I thought would be so beautiful to cook in. But the downside is there's not a lot of actually cooking room here. But like I said, people would only be, staying here for like a week or a weekend or something. So I didn't think that they would need like a lot of cooking space. I mean, a full fridge probably would have been nice, but yeah, they'll be fine. They'll get by. And then we popped in a ceiling fan in here just because I felt like I wanted to have something else just to activate the vertical space a little bit, just because it was not that much going on in there in terms of the kitchen. But I still like how it turns out. Anyways, we're going into the living room / dining room now. Like I said, it gets a little bit cramped in here, but I still fit everything in, and I'm pretty sure the pathways should work for Sims. I say that with, like a little asterisk mark next to that sentence, because I'm not quite sure if that's true or not. I didn't quite test it. I tested a little bit, but I don't know if I got all the nooks and crannies in here. So of course, if you choose to download this into your game, feel free to move anything around. You could totally gut it and renovate it. You can do anything that you want. This will be on my Patreon, which will be linked down below, and you can go grab it there. As you can see, there is a lot of custom content in this build. I build on and off with custom content. Recently, I went on a little bit of a no custom content kick, and now I'm back on my custom content kick, as you could tell. So let me know what you guys feel about that. If you want me to keep doing some custom content videos, if you want me to do some no custom content videos, I don't know, just let me know. I enjoy collaborating with you guys and listening to you guys, so of course let me know. A lot of books in this build. You'll see we have like this whole bookshelf over here under the art frame TV, and then on the left here we're gonna have our little dining room area, and we're also gonna have another bookshelf, which is also gonna be really, really full of books. And that was kind of intentional because I feel like this is a really good place to read. Like, you have these beautiful views, it's just so peaceful, and you're isolated and you're secluded. It's just definitely a place to read. And I like tuck in a couple reading nooks here and there. So like there's one on the front porch, and there's gonna be one in the bedroom, and you can just read on this beautiful like curved couch here. A lot of places to read, so I kind of made a point of including a lot of books. That being said, I'm not like a huge reader myself at the current moment. I am trying to prepare myself to, like, when I'm less busy with school, to like start being a reader, because I think it's pretty important to read. I think it's like a huge thing, like a life thing that people should try to invest themselves in. For several reasons. I think reading like helps like organize your thoughts. I think it's a good way to like learn how to think, because reading is the translation of thoughts in a way. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into this right now because the video is almost over and we don't have a lot of time to talk about my whole philosophy behind reading. But the point is, I think reading is very important to like just being a informed human being on Earth, and I would like to do more of it. I'm just so busy right now, and I think honestly like my phone and TikTok and even honestly The Sims and gaming has probably totally wrecked my attention span and my ability to look at things that aren't screens, and I'm a little bit resentful of that, but it is okay. I'm going to fix it. I'm gonna learn how to read again as soon as my school is just a little less busy, which will probably be, I don't know, like 2 more years. After that, I will definitely read. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you guys have any book recommendations, of course, let me know. I have read like on and off over the past couple years, so like I'm not like not reading, so let me know if you have any book recommendations. I'm trying to get into some nonfiction, so if you have any nonfiction recommendations, or like particularly anything to do with like art or design or just anything you feel like is really cool, let me know. I need to get myself a little cabin like this to go out and just force myself to read. I would like get rid of the TV, so like I had no other options. I feel like that would be good for me to like literally just like be totally disconnected from any sort of technology for a long period of time. But that doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. So we'll see when my reading habit kicks in again. But again, let me know if you guys have any recommendations. Maybe your recommendation will be the one that'll just totally turn things around for me in terms of readership. We shall see. Anyway, so here's our other little reading nook, which you can see at this corner like window section area. This is our bedroom, obviously, and you have this like beautiful view here with this absolutely stunning floor to ceiling corner window, totally stunning. And of course I had to put in curtains because I realized that like if you didn't have curtains here, like it would be so freaking bright in the morning, and if you were trying to sleep in, then you totally couldn't. So made sure there were curtains. Now we're gonna go back outside and finish up our exterior. I usually finish my exteriors before I move into my interiors, but for this particular build, didn't happen. Just did not happen. I was just totally excited to get inside and just like start like putting together my, you know, my interior design skills. I don't know. But you know, I decided to go back out and just make it a little bit nicer, clean it up a little bit, add some extra details so the outside wasn't just totally this bland cabin just like plopped into the middle of nowhere. So I wanted to give it some context. So it's got a little bit of a front yard area that we're actually going to put in some greenery, and then we're going to put in like an outdoor fire pit area. We have a little car here, which I think looks like a Bronco, which is such a random thing for me to say because I'm not a car person at all, but I recently followed this TikTok account called like Vintage Broncos, and they just they renew or they like build old, I don't know, they like fix old Broncos, like the car, and they make really cool cars. And I'm not really into cars, but the Broncos they were making were so pretty, so I followed this account. So now I just see random Bronco videos sometimes. So now whenever I see cars that look like that, I'm like, oh, that looks like a Bronco. Even though I'm not a car person at all. So that's my random little story for you guys. Anyway, so here's the fire pit we're putting together. I've recently been doing like fire pits. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that says about me. I'm just on a little bit of a fire pit kick, I guess. I don't think I've ever experienced like an outdoor fire pit like this. Like I've been to like campfires and stuff for like camping, but not like a fancy one like this. This is like a glamping kind of thing, you know, like when you want to have an outdoor fire, but you don't want to like do it the old-fashioned way, so you have to like still feel like you're inside a little bit, so you have like a whole little, you know, architectural structure here. That's kind of what I was putting together, but I think it looks really, really pretty. I like this fireplace we have against this wall. We have the same couch that we have on the inside, and then we're gonna put in a big old coffee table in the center so that people could come out here and just chill with their friends, you know, have a good time. I don't know, just have fun. I mean, this is a little bit of an untraditional fire pit since the fire pit is not really a pit, it's more like a fireplace on the wall. But you know, you could still, you know, roast marshmallows and hot dogs and stuff. It's still totally usable as like a fire area. And then we're just gonna finish up this build after we place this heating lamp. We're gonna put in some more greenery just to lush it up a little bit to make it really seem like it's part of the outdoors. And that is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed putting it together. And let me know how you guys feel about builds like this, like builds where I'm just trying to, you know, create like an interior design vibe, just, you know, putting together different aesthetics and stuff like that. Let me know how you feel about that, or if you prefer more like character story based builds, like, you know, like 8-person house or grand orphanage or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Just let me know. Give me feedback, you guys. I really need it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.